Lessons from past hurricane seasons. Walter Hayes, Global Alliance for Disaster Reduction, Vienna, Virginia, USA. Hurricanes are dynamic laboratories for learning and catalysts for building capacity for disaster intelligence and disaster resiliency (OMMUNITES). Hurricane Disaster Laboratories. 100 years of Hurricane Disaster Laboratories. 2012 single quote S19 Atlantic PASI and storm tracks. Named storms in 2012: ALBR Geotropical Storm, May 19th. Beryl Tropical Storm, May 27th. Chris Hurricane, June 21st. Debbie Tropical Storm, June 23rd. Storhurricane, August 3rd. Florence Tropical Storm, August 5th. Gordon Hurricane, August 16th. Named storms for 2012: Helene Tropical Storm, August 19th. Isaac Hurricane, August 21st. Joyce Tropical Storm, August 25th. Kurt Tropical Storm, August 27th. Leslie Hurricane, September 5th. Michael Hurricane, September 5th. Nadine Hurricane, September 12th. Named storms in 2012: Oscar Tropical Storm, October 4th. Patty Tropical Storm, October 11th. Raphael Hurricane, October 12th. Sandy Superstorm, October 22nd. Tony Tropical Storm, October 24th. Two of 2012 single quote S storms were especially notable: Isaac the Rainmaker for the entire Gulf Coast. Sandy a superstorm. Sandy from an ordinary tropical storm to a hurricane to a once-in-a-century historic superstorm in 8 days. An ordinary tropical storm on October 22nd. Superstorm Sandy on October 29 to 30, 2012. Cat 1 Hurricane Sandy made landfall at 8:00 p.m. on Monday night, October 29. Sandy made landfall south of Atlantic City, New Jersey, merging with a winter storm system to become a unique, once-in-a-century, superstorm caused by nature's natural cycles, not global warming. Tropical storms and hurricanes in 2005. 27 storms occurred during the 2005 season. Tropical storms hurricanes in 2005: Arlene, Pierre, Cindy, Diane and Ice, Emily, Franklin G. Harvey, Irene, Jose, Katie Ryan, Lee. Tropical storms hurricanes in 2005: Mariah, Nadia, Ophelia, Fleet, Rita, Stan, Tammy, Vince, Wilma, Alpha, Beta, Gamma, Delta, Epsilon, Zeta, Lessons learned for disaster resilience. Every hurricane teaches important lessons about the 5 pillars of disaster resilience. Lessons learned about disaster resilience. All hurricanes. Being prepared means that you understand the risks associated with storm surge, wind, and rain and plan for their impacts. 2012 single quote S. Sandy, New Jersey, oceanfront flooding. Lessons learned for disaster resilience. All hurricanes. Preparedness means that you understand that hurricanes are accompanied by heavy precipitation and that will inundate low-lying areas of the community. 2012 single quote S. Sandy, Atlantic City, NJ, underwater. 2012 single quote S. Sandy, flooding in Brooklyn, NY. 2012 single quote S. Isaac, rain in Port-au-Prince, Haiti, August 23. Lessons learned for disaster resilience. All hurricanes. Preparedness plans for the inevitable power outages that paralyze the community. Lessons learned for disaster resilience. All hurricanes. Preparedness / means that you understand that adverse environmental impacts happen when hazardous materials are subjected to wind, storm surge, and flooding. Lessons learned for disaster resilience. All hurricanes. Preparedness plans include pets. Lessons learned for disaster resilience. All hurricanes. Protection means that you understand the risks associated with high-velocity wind and build accordingly. Lessons learned about disaster resilience. All hurricanes. Without adequate protection, high-velocity wind will lift the roof off of many buildings. Lessons learned for disaster resilience. Hurricane. A protection nightmare occurred when New Orleans levees failed. Lessons learned about disaster resilience. Hurricane, August 28–29, 2005. Another protection nightmare occurred when wind and flooding closed Tulane University long enough to paralyze the community. Lessons learned about disaster resilience. All hurricanes. Disaster-intelligent communities use timely early warning based on critical information and to improve the odds for saving lives. Lessons learned for disaster resilience. Beta, October 29, 2005. Disaster-intelligent communities save lives by using information on the threat as it develops hour by hour. Evacuation, leaving New Orleans on I-10, August 30, 2005. Tracks of Cindy, Diane and Ice, Hurricane, Rita, and Wilma. Lessons learned for disaster resilience. 2005 single quote Hurricane, Rita, and Wilma. Evacuation is a complex endeavor in any situation and that has the potential for disaster. Lessons learned for disaster resilience. All hurricanes. Evacuation is unsuccessful if safe havens for evacuees are unsafe. 2012 single quote Isaac, evacuees in a Louisiana safe haven. Lessons learned for disaster resilience. Katrina, August 29–30, 2005. Instead of being a safe haven, as envisioned, New Orleans Superdome became a setting for disaster. Lessons learned about disaster resilience on hurricanes. Intelligent emergency management understands the risks associated with flooding and builds capacity for resilience. Lessons learned about disaster resilience on hurricanes. Recovery takes longer and costs more than expected. Lessons learned for disaster resilience. Katrina, August 29 to 30, 2005. Removal of 350,000 water-damaged cars was not part of anyone's recovery plan. Lessons learned for disaster resilience on hurricanes. Recovery and reconstruction plans includes the unthinkable that can happen in any community. Lessons learned for disaster resilience. KGRINA. New Orleans strategic and tactical plans did not work during the emergency period. Lessons learned for disaster resilience on hurricanes. Preparedness understands that lapses in law and order may occur during the most chaotic moments of a disaster. Lessons learned for disaster resilience on hurricanes. Recovery understands that it only takes a few hours of wind and storm surge and 2 weeks of flooding for community businesses and jobs to disappear forever. Lessons learned for capacity building. Harleen, June 2005. Intelligent communities are ready, whether the first storm or the last storm of the season. Lessons learned for capacity building. Stan, October 2005. Emergency response plans for devastating mudslides that can be triggered by prolonged rain. Lessons learned for disaster resilience. Stan, October 2005. After a mudslide buries a town, search and rescue, a very complicated task, becomes very urgent.